You know, sometimes the simplest things, just like a single sentence, can really make you think.
Hmm.
And today's deep dive is all about that one sentence from one book.
Okay.
But trust me, there's a lot to unpack here.
All right, I'm intrigued.
We're diving into Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five.
Slaughterhouse-Five, a classic.
And this deceptively simple line, all this happened, more or less.
More or less. Interesting. So, what's the context?
So Slaughterhouse-Five, well, it's not your typical war story. It's this mind-bending blend of sci-fi, war, and philosophy.
Right. Vonnegut was all about bending genres.
Exactly. And it makes you think about time and memory in ways you wouldn't expect.
Definitely. So, how does this one sentence, all this happened, more or less, how does that fit in?
Well, let's break it down. You've got all this happen. It's like, bam, we're just thrown right into the thick of it.
Yeah, like something big has already gone down and we're playing catch up.
Right. And it makes you wonder, what exactly is all this? But then he hits us with the more or less.
And that changes everything.
Right. It's like, wait, what's more and what's less? Suddenly, we can't just take the story at face value.
Exactly. That, more or less, is Vonnegut's way of telling us, hey, this is an unreliable narrator. We're dealing with Billy Pilgrim, a guy who's basically unstuck in time because of trauma.
Oh, wow. So it's not just about the events themselves, but how Billy experiences them.
Exactly. War messes with your mind, right?
Mm.
So, more or less becomes about the way memory works, how trauma warps our perception of time. It's all jumbled up.
Whoa, okay. I never thought about it like that. So by using that phrase, Vonnegut's basically telling us we can't trust everything we read.
Exactly. He turns us, the readers, into detectives. We have to sift through Billy's fragmented memories and figure out what really happened.
It's like he's saying, hey, life, especially war, is messy. Don't expect a neat and tidy story.
Precisely. And that ambiguity, that more or less reflects the themes of war and memory perfectly.
It reminds me of this one time I was telling my friends about this super awkward coffee shop encounter. And depending on who I was talking to, I emphasized different parts of the story. Like I downplay some details and exaggerate others.
We all do that. It's how we shape our narratives.
Exactly. And it made me realize how much power we have as storytellers to shape perception just by tweaking the more or less aspects.
Absolutely. And Vonnegut is doing that on a larger scale, making us question not just the story itself, but the very nature of truth.
Mind blown. So what you're saying is even a simple phrase like more or less can make us question everything.
Absolutely. It highlights the limits of language, especially when trying to describe something as complex and traumatic as war.
It makes you think about how much of our own stories, even just the ones we tell ourselves, have that more or less element baked in.
It's true. We choose our words carefully, deciding what to highlight and what to downplay.
Exactly. So next time you're telling a story, think about your own, more or less. What are you choosing to emphasize? What are you leaving out? And how does that, even in a small way, shape the truth you're conveying?
It's a good thing to be aware of.
Definitely gives us all something to think about. All right, that's it for today's deep dive.
Till next time.
See ya.